Hi everyone, it's Heidi from Joyful Artistry, and I'm here today to do part 5. I think I'm at part 5 of my art junk journal. We've got all of our signatures in, we've got some pockets in here, some places to tuck a few things, some little flip outs here. So what I thought today we would do is I would make a couple things, a couple tags to go in to just give you some ideas on some things that you could do to put into your journals. So today I'm going to start with creating a couple of tags. Oh, wasn't she adorable? And I do have a bunch of little tags sitting underneath here that I had cut. Of course, I did not pull them out. Here we go. I like this size. Yeah, I like that size for her. So we're going to create a couple of different things. I'm going to try and go a little bit quicker than I have been because I feel like I want to get a few more things done. So let's just start. I'm going to start with just trimming my corners. I don't do anything exact. Nope. Look at that. Well, look at that. Okay, so I'm going to ink around my edges. I'm not going to do any sewing while I'm on camera, but I will when I'm done. I will do some sewing. So what I'd like to do is I'm going to trim up this image here because I want to put her playing the harp on that card. And I'm going to leave the back plain if somebody wants to draw or watercolor or journal on the back. Let me see. Oh man, she is perfect on here. I think I might just trim a wee bit more off here so that I'm going to go down this side because I feel like it's just a little off. Okay. There we go. Oh yeah, I love her. So I'm just going to put some, I'm going to glue the background on. I'm going to use this page out of the, I think it's Yale. It's a Yale like yearbook. And like I said, I don't need a ton of glue on here. Early in one of my other videos because, oh yeah, perfect. I'm going to sew, when I sew around it, I just need a little bit to go down the, let me just make sure this is a little even. I'm going to sew around it, so I just need a little bit of glue in the center. And we're just going to trim around this. So I hope everybody's doing well. It's evening here in New Hampshire. The sun, I think you can see it coming in on my table a little bit. Yeah. But I wanted to try and get one more video done. I have a feeling this is going to be like a 6-part series, honestly, because I feel like I want to show you so much stuff. That's the thing. So I just don't want, I ink around the edges because I want to get rid of any white that you might be able to see from cutting it. Because it is a, the center of the pages are white. So that's great there. I'm going to add a little bit of, pulled some lace. I'm going to put some lace at the bottom here. For her, just up here a little bit so that you can see that. I'm going to just glue that down like that. And And what I will end up doing is sewing around her on here and then sewing around the outside. Because I love the look of the sewing on paper. So I'm going to do this, her on there. I do believe she is a first lady, if I'm not mistaken. And I'm going to do like a nice little punch at the top. You can see that little punch there. And then I can take a little bit of a thicker lace and pull that through. I'm going to trim this one down so that it's not too bulky. I can use those other pieces for something else. And then I'm just going to thread this through here. I'm not going to tie it or anything because I'm going to sew. There we go. I'm going to sew around the outside and I'm going to sew that. So that's the first tag here. So I'm going to put her in here. So she will go in there like that. So that's the first tag. The next thing I want to do is I want to create I apologize for my messiness. I want to create a little journal. Okay, out of some of my scraps. A couple different types of journals I would like to do today. So, okay, so here's the first one. I'm going to use, this is a printable I had gotten offline. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of use this as sort of my size, like one of the sizes. So I would sort of like it to be this size. And what I'm going to do is put a bunch of different papers in this little notebook. So I have that, and then I have these. So I'm just going to fold these in half. So we're going to have different widths. We're going to have different heights. We're going to have places to draw. We're going to have places to write in this little notebook. And then this is going to go into my next section. I am going to trim down. I really like the writing on here. Oh, goodness. My friends, I'm sorry. Can you see? All right, so there's writing on that. But I'm going to just cut off the bottom here. Let me see if I can just do something that will help with the sun. Okay, that's much better. Thanks for bearing with me. Oh yeah, that's much better. I put my pillowcase up there. Hope I don't need it. So I'm gonna take some of this off. Set those aside. I am going to use some of this, and I'm going to use it sideways, and I like it sideways. Fold this in half. Use this and some of these. Well, I'm gonna So I take my scraps, you know, the sides that I have cut off of some of my pages for my journals. I will take them, save them off to the side, and when I get a nice little pile like this, I will start to put them together. So you have different sizes in here, different types of paper. I do want a little more of a little plain paper here. And let me see, what do I have over here? It's for something else. Oh, you know what? Oh, look at that. Look at that. Okay. This needs to get torn down the edge. Just gonna Yep, take a little bit off the bottom. It does not have to be precise. Look at that, love that little torn edge there. I am going to, in here, put this one in because it's a little bit longer. Then I'm going to add those. And then I'm going to put this on the front because I love that. And then what I'm going to do, I know I said I wasn't going to do any sewing, but I think I'm going to just sew along the top of this here. And then just so I can show you what I mean, all right, I'm going to start with that right along there. So some people staple their notebooks, some people sew, some people punch holes and put thread through them. I like to sew mine. I like the way that looks. I like the feel of that. So what I find is if I have too many layers to sew through, everything kind of gets all shuffled around. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on here, and I'm going to do one more sew across. And sew one more, and then this is all done. So just an easy, quick element for your journal. And look at how cute that is. Isn't that adorable? Oh, you know, I could put a little pink on here. See what happens. I have this little, you know, I start with one thing and then I end up, I'm like, oh, I'm not going to put anything on there. And then I'm like, I look at it and I think, too plain. So we'll do that. I've got a friend who I bought some ribbon off of, and she had these, see, look at how cute this is. These little buttons on this ball pin. And I'll just pin it on there. So look at that. Just added a little bit of a ruffle, a little ball pin with some buttons. And this is going to go right in here. Oh, isn't that adorable? So I'm so happy. So that needs to get sewn. So what's the next thing we need to? Oh, we've got to have a little tag in here, and then we need to have something there. So I'm going to make, like I said before, I want to have notebooks in here. So why don't we just keep going with the notebooks? I have one more here. This is some vellum paper from Tim Holtz. And if you remember, we have some vellum paper here from Tim Holtz. This is a different piece. I can't remember the paper pack it's from. But what I did was I pulled some pieces. See how I have, these are leftovers. I might have even cut some in half, some of that coffee stain paper. And with these, you don't have to keep them intact. If you want to make some and you want to take these and tear the pages out, use them in the book, especially if you're collaging and you want to take some of the music paper. I'm going to put, let's see here. I'm going to put, not this one, I'll take some of this. Oh, goodness. One of them, okay, I can use this one. So I'm going to fold this one in half like this, and then I'll tear it down to fit inside. Just, here we go. So if I was a little bit cleaner and a little bit tidier when I started, we'd be better off. But right now, just tear a little bit more. Go. And we have this one, and we have some advertising. One of those, some large grid paper. This is a coffee stain cardstock, some music paper, some art paper, like that little torn edge there. So what I'm going to do is we're going to take, see how it has some sewing, which looks like she's got her scissors and she's patchwork. I thought that was fun. And then I love the butterfly. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take these and I'm going to just put different pages, not all the same. Thread them throughout. Let me add this one. And we're going to add this. Love that. And then let me make sure everything's going to fit into this little side notebook. I'm going to find a place for my dictionary page. That here. Like that. And let's see if it fits. Look at that. So I have one that feels a little bit too long. So I'm just going to tear it down a little bit so that it fits. That feels great. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to sew along here so that I can open it sideways like this. And it can be used as a journal. It can be used as a little art book. And it's just a way. This is such a fast way to, not just for your art journals, but for other journals. If you want to add little reusable or little notebooks that can come out, this is a great thing to use. I feel like I want to add a little bit of my washi tape here. I really like that. let me just see if I like, I was going to add one of those. Yeah, I'm not so sure that I want to add a little, I don't think so. I was thinking of maybe a vellum flower, but I don't think I care for that. I think I just want to leave it as is, like this. So look at how quick and easy these two little notebooks were to make. Very simple. This one you add just a little bit to, and it just adds a lot of character. And I love this together, this little picture. And then we'll just tuck this in here. And then the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna add something to go in there. A little journaling tag. So I'm gonna need something that is 3.5 inches wide. So let's see what we can find that's 3.5 inches wide. Thought I had some. Okay. Set that off to the side. Oops. My front piece. And this is about 3.5 inches. Let me just make sure it fits, because there's nothing like doing a whole tag and then it doesn't fit. There we go. Oh, that's awesome. That'll be great there. Okay, so I love this. And I think that would be really nice on there. And I'm going to do that way. And like I said, I'm going to be sewing around these. So I just want my papers to just sort of stick in the middle, so that even though I do get some glue on my sewing machine, I do try to not get the glue there, but sometimes it happens that there'll be glue on my edges and my needle will pick it up. Oh, isn't that pretty? So we have that, and then I'm going to add some of my book page. Look at this. Think about this. Oh, look at that paper. Whew, so lovely. A little fragile. Let's see if whew. Oh, isn't that adorable? Oh boy, that tear's so nice. Look at that. I like that, but I'm not sure that I want to put that there now, because I was thinking I could do some art. Yeah, that'll be too much. Let's see. I'm gonna trim my edges. I'm going to do this. And then I'm thinking I would like to create on the top place to put like a word. Place to put look at that. Friendship. I love that. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can tear this. Okay. Oof. Okay. I'm just gonna tear the ends. I'm gonna ink around it because you know I love the look of that. Look at that. So we're going to do me ink this. Get this glued down. Then I am going to grab a piece of lace. Add that there, and then this here. And then I want something to come out the top. So this is where the cheesecloth comes in, because I don't want to use a ton of lace on this, but the cheesecloth kind of softens the top area. That. Put that there and this here. And I'm thinking I'm not liking the lace there. Maybe move the lace down there. I'm thinking that's great. It's trial and error, right? You know, you got to lay it out. You have to see what you like. Look at that. Then if we have this here, that there. Trying to see if I have something else I can add to this, but it doesn't look like I do. I do not. Okay. It's all right. That on there. Something like that. Decisions. And I'm thinking I'm not going to put this on because I'm thinking I'm not so crazy about that. So let's, and that's okay. You just put some plain text on there without an image. We do that, and then I can add one of my roses, and then we can do this on the bottom. That I love. Okay, so let's just do that. Let's get this glued down. Get that all glued down, and then we can move on to the next one, because I don't want to keep you guys for a long time. But I wanted to at least try and get these done. And oh, of course, this always, usually takes a minute. I'm going to put this on the bottom. Isn't that nice? And then I'm going to punch my hole again in the top, and I'm going to add some, I hope that's long enough. Let me find a little piece of something to add. Let's see what I've got in here. Oh, I do like this. I do like the crocheted lace a lot. I am drawn to it. Look at that. I do love that. Great. Okay, so now this will go down inside of here. It'll be better once I sew the lace on, it'll slide in better. And I'll probably try and do that so you can see the top of the rose. And I like this coming out the top of the journal. That is great. Okay, so now we just need to do a couple little tucks here. We need something to go in here. And if you remember, we already created this. Oh, I know. I was thinking to this tuck here, I'm just going to do a little rub on. And so I thought I really like these, the colors. So I thought I would just do that, just some of those colors. Just that. Of course, I can't find the popsicle stick, but I do have my bone folder. Can use that. Look at that. And that feels so nice. Oh, isn't she cute though? Wouldn't she be adorable like there? Let's see. Let's just add her to this. Oh, that's lovely. I will put her there. Oh, she's great. Okay, so then I can slide this back in here. And then we're going to do a couple more tags. Oh, drop that. Okay, let me put these back in here. I don't want to lose that. There. Okay, so now, oh, look at that. I like that. I like that, and I like that. So, let's see. I might be able to put this on something that I can pull out. Like that. Like that idea. Oh boy. Okay. These are quotes and things, but they're in kind of old English. So right now, let's do that. Let's create a tag that's going to go in there. So I do have a little crease here that I want to try and get rid of because I did have it folded, thinking I was going to use it in one of the journals, but one of the signatures, but that just didn't pan out. Okay. And I'm thinking that would work in there just fine. So let me see what I have of some, I did have a few pre-cut, but not long enough. Not long enough. I used my longer one before. Yeah, and this is the, if you'll remember, this is from a file folder. I do like to use file folder. Oh, that's not that thick. I had thicker paper. All right, here's some thicker white paper that we can, yeah, we'll do that. We're going to glue that on there. trim it down. Make sure you can see that. All right. I'm going to glue this to this side. Okay. And then I'm going to get some paper for the other side. I'm going to just do that. Okay, got this one. Let's see where we're at. I'm doing good for time. So I'm just, you know what? I think I'm going to just kind of tear. Give it a nice rough edge. Do that, and then what I'd like to do is I'm going to add some flowers to that, and I'm going to collage using not that. I'm going to use a little bit of music paper. It'll give it a little nice little texture. Just something different and unique. Like that, kind of in the center. I'm wondering if I do something like this, then like that. I like that. I think that could definitely work. Let me do some inking. Let me see once I do some inking how I like that. But I think I'm going to like it because I'm going to add a couple other things to it. I do love the collaging part. I do love adding different elements. And then I'm going to put a pull tab on this as well, so that when it goes in, there'll be a little tab sticking out just like we did on the other one. Ink up around this. Look at that. I don't, like I said before, I don't always have direction when I start. It's kind of, things just end up presenting themselves in a way that I really enjoy. So that, and then I thought I would put a little bit of this here. I want to add a little bit of an angle. Oh yeah, love that. And then I'm going to put the vellum flower on here. I love these vellum flowers. I get them on Etsy. I really like them. And usually I can get them apart on the first or second try, but Ding dang. I don't want to cover up the 183. I like that. And I like that the vellum flower goes over all of my elements there. And we can, if we want to, we can add a word maybe here. So I think I'm going to just glue that down, and then we can add something over the top if we want to later. Whoever, I could do it, or whoever ends up getting this can do that. Yeah, look at that. All right. So then I want to use that. Why not use one of these as a pull? And I think we'll do it here. We'll glue it on there, and it will get sewn on. And then hopefully this will fit into this pocket here. Close that, put that off to the side. And if not, if you remember, we have one on the other side too. Look at that. So we've got a couple here, right? And then we're going to put a little something in here. So this, I thought we could do just some little easy things that they don't even need a whole lot of layering or creating. That sometimes I'll take just a few little unique things and just tuck them in a spot. Tuck them in a little spot that you can pull out and use anywhere else throughout the book if you want to. Or we can take this, because you've got a blank side and then you have this side. And again, we can do a little collaging on here like this. We can add that, which I think we will. And then there's all different types of things that you can do with your journals. You can layer your tags. You can create tags that are just plain. They don't have to have anything on them. It can be something as easy as a Rolodex card with some ink on it that you can save for later. That if you're somewhere and you want to draw something, you want to save something, or we just take this and we just sew this in the corner. So there's a little tab here. This one we can take and add a little something along the edge here, which I think we will. I think we're going to do that for both of them. Actually, you know what I'd like to do is I want to add a little bit of my washi tape, which I love so much. Cut a little bit of that off. I just want to make sure it stays on here. So I'm just going to add a little bit of glue stick. This is a glue stick that came from a place called Martin's in Maine. It's just, boy, they buy warehouses of stuff and then turn around and sell it in their stores. They have a fabulous, yeah, look at that. Look at how cute that is. And you've got space for here, for journaling here, for drawing, journaling. And I think I'm going to add that because I love that to that with a little bit of cheesecloth. Because I love cheesecloth. One of my favorite things to add. Yep. So we're doing that. Okay. Get that. Gotta love a good cheesecloth. With Halloween coming up, watch the clearance racks after. All right, so there's a little bit of glue there. I want to be careful it doesn't glue the inside. So here, you can just add your little Rolodex card like this, or even like that in here. Tuck it right down in if you want. I'm not going to put it in there because it's a little bit of glue on it. And then this is a card catalog card that I just glued a piece of book page to, and then added a little snippet of I think it's either a doily or this might be off of a tablecloth. So these little guys will just tuck right in here. And then I have this cute little ticket here that I think is just adorable. Thinking we can just add this. So you've just got a few little elements in there. And then we're going to add, create something for here, for the end here. So that, I'm going to grab some cardstock, some coffee stained cardstock. And I'm going to make, it's going to trim. Oh, it's so messy. I'm sorry, guys. You know what? This isn't going to be strong enough for me. I'm going to grab something else. All right. So this here is it's out of a journal. It's handmade paper. Perfect. Okay. So we're going to take, I don't want to lose those guys. Okay. So I'm going to create some large tags on here. This is fabulous paper that we can use. And I have a couple of images, and I love her. I'm thinking we could collage her on here. But we have a silhouette. See, look at how lovely. That's Mary Todd Lincoln. It's a silhouette of her. And then I had one other one that I think, so let's do Mary Todd. Let's put some music around her. See how that looks. Looks great. I'm going to ink around here. I use Tim Holtz Distress ink. I love it. It lasts so long. I really, really like it. It's easy to work with. It's easy to manipulate. And I like the effect it has on my paper. Okay. We have that. And then just do around the edge of her. Okay. So I love that. I think we're going to do that. I'm going to grab a little So I have this little ink, I have this little stamp. So I'm going to glue her down, and then I'm just going to put a little stamp in the corner. So get the stamp here. I'll get the stamp out. And I love all the different fonts on here. And I'm just going to do just a little bit here, a little bit there. I like the way that looks, just a little bit coming off the page. It just adds another dimension to the book. I mean, to the book, to the tag. I think that's about enough. I can definitely overdo it. So I love that. So I'm going to sew around her, and then I'm going to sew around the edge. So that one's all complete. These are easy. It's so fun and easy once you get a little direction. This I am going to, oh, love the look of that. Alrighty, let's see. What can I add to this? That's beautiful. I'm going to trim this down so that it can fit on here. I'm hoping that some of the pieces of artwork that I've added to the journal become inspiration pieces. I have to say that I'm not, this one's nice too. Oh, here we go. There's this. Oh, so I love her, but that's okay. We can put this one somewhere else in the journal. I just think that's stunning. I think this is, first of all, I'm going to cut a straight line along the bottom. But I think that's definitely all I'm going to need to put on here. Unless I want to, I might want to, let's see, I might want to add a little book page. And if I do, so sometimes I just kind of have to think about, I don't think well, if I add a little book page, I can add a little bit of music as well. I almost think I like the music better than the book page. There's just something about this little music book. I love the size of the music in it. It's not too big. All right, where did my little, there it is. All right, so I'm thinking, I do like this. Okay. right. We're going to add a little of this. Okay. Then I'm going to put this here. Then again, I'm going to sew around this off camera. And I'm going to probably do one more video because there's a few more things I'd like to put into this one. But this should get you started, give you lots of ideas on how to create it. Once I sew around this, we'll be good. It'll slide right in nice. So she's there, she's here. And look at that. So we've got, and she's getting chunky, so I'm probably not, I do want to put a few more little things in, but I think the notebooks I've put in have made it a little bit chunky, which is fine. But I do want to add a few more pockets in a couple different places. So for now, and then I want to figure out if I want to put, still thinking about whether I want to put something here that says art journal, create. So we created this tag today, this little notebook today. Let's see. We did this little friendship tag here, this little notebook. We created this little tag here, and these little tags, and then these. So, phew, it takes time, right? It takes time to get, your journals done the way that you want them. So, again, it's Heidi from Joyful Artistry. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you watching my videos, and especially with this long series. Thank you for sticking with me. I totally appreciate each and every one of you. So don't forget to subscribe and have a great day. Thanks. Bye.